Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the official ARK podcast here with number 322. My name's Coach MT, and I'm here live today with the core team. Your host for tonight, as always, the one and only Mr. Atlas. Please take it all away.
Take it away now. Thank you, Coach Mistletoe. And folks, welcome back to another edition of the ARK Daily Podcast. And this, of course, another special one. It is the Monday, the breathing session, the reset button with our very own Coach Roberto, plugging in through the interweb, getting us all here breathing calm, cool, and collected. Stay tuned as he getting ready for his big journey to the island of Cuba, which, by the way, folks, we just did the research, and the Cuban folks are entitled. They are eligible to get their Terra card. A lot of stuff happening in Cuba with crypto, mainly with Bitcoin. You want to hear that in the news, but later during the week, we're going to show you something interesting that's happening there. It's all being timed perfectly. And speaking of perfect timing, folks, the Terra card is here. It's upon us. It's getting to the hands of the legacy NFT holders. We got some updates for you from Mr. Brett Nordin here shortly. But we're going to be happier, folks. We're going to be more excited, more proud to be delivering yet again more utility, more smiling faces, understanding that folks are just sick and tired of being sick and tired of getting rugged, of buying hype, not value. And the test of time always will reveal who's going to be left standing. Where's the true value? People talk a lot about building utility, about an ecosystem that actually can plug in and cross that bridge to the real world and combine the two worlds and bring back home revenue for its investors. True startups, true visions, with real folks actually putting the work in. But they're very good at talking. They're just very, very bad at delivering. They're very good at taking your money, but they're very bad at delivering. They're very good at hyping, but they're very bad at delivering. And time will tell. And we're here to stand the test of time. Number 322, and it almost feels like we just got started, folks, because this is really the beginning of what we set out to do. This is the beginning of being able to bring out to the masses products that we can stand behind, that we can continue to offer, that we can build on top of. And not just only for the crypto people. We're dealing with our sector, our industry, which we know is growing, which we understand has immense, unmeasurable potential right here in front of us. Timing is perfect. This community is perfect. Coming together, co-creating is perfect. And it's a great adventure. Let's take a quick look. Let's see what's happening on the ROI DApp side of the ARK. We're at 5,632 total ARK Vault accounts. Liquidity on PancakeSwap is 46,893 BUSD. IOC reserves 106,150 BUSD. The price of ARK is 5 cents. Spark price pool is 882.05, and today we're going to find our next Spark prize winner, and of course MVP. Pole position, their wallet ends in 0899, and they're taking home 10% of that Nitro boost. But before we find the true winner, the random winner, we're going to turn it over to Mr. Brett Nordin for some updates. This is a hell of a week, folks. We sold you the seat, but you only need the edge.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We're days away. Yeah, lots of great work going on. Alex is kicking butt as usual. We've got the brushed cards up now, so the brushed metal cards are all available. And his focus now is finishing up the custom logo. capability for the user interface as well as our printing company and how we interact with that. And so he's got a great strategy to build it, and he's just working on that right now, knowing that we've got to get that done, and then we're going to go public. So I think we're just days away here. And if you are a legacy NFT holder, you have full access. You can take advantage of getting your card early, getting it in the mail, getting that light KYC finished up, and getting closer and closer to off-ramping your crypto in a very awesome way. I did another purchase today, no problems at all. And it's funny, the lady at the store, she goes, "Man, this is a heavy card." So she was impressed. She didn't like, she stared at it, looked at the back and the front. She couldn't figure out what it was. It's like, no, it's a payment card. It'll work fine. So yeah, it's kind of fun. I don't think she's ever seen that before, but I was kind of in the middle of nowhere. As you mentioned, I'm out in the forest, running off Starlink, gas generator going. So yeah, that was a nice day. Also, we've had some great meetings today. Design reviews on the privacy products, as well as some work on ARK Lite. So things are coming together. Obviously, Terra Card is the focus right now, getting that out in everyone's hands, and we are in the final stages of doing that. But if you are a legacy NFT holder, it's open to you now. So go. And yeah, looking forward to another great week of development, strong work by all three teams that are kicking butt on both our internal team, Alex. We have several different subcontract teams now working on the privacy products as well as ARK Lite. So we are firing on many different cylinders and so much happening in parallel. It's an exciting time.
Indeed. That's so funny. The way you described it, it seems like you handed over the card to her and it almost fell to the floor and was like, "Oh my God, it's so heavy."
I don't think she thought, I don't think she even knew what it was. It's like, what are you handing me right now?
Well, if you ask Brandon the Drip Guy, he'll tell you, well, that's heavy because it's hard money behind it, my friend.
Yes, it is.
That's why it's so heavy. Not the fluffy cloud stuff that they just, train out of thin air, as we know. No, it's hard money. They're packed. And thank you for the update, my friend. I know you're out there in the wilderness, over on the Starlink, generator powered, coming in to speak with us here today. Wish you safety and a great time out there, sir. Thank you for being here.
Talk soon, guys.
For the update. Yes, sir. All right. Next up, what's that? Sparky. You know that thing they call Sparky, Coach Mistletoe?
Oh yeah, we always know that thing called Sparky. We do it every day.
Have you checked where your card is over in Canada? Is Justin Trudeau trying to block you from your financial freedom?
I did just
He's
check.
I
think the issue is because it's U.S. It's a U.S. postal service. It just keeps saying in facilities in Canada, and it actually won't say where in Canada. But it did move this morning, so it's somewhere hopefully closer to my house, and I'm sure I'm maybe gonna get it later today. Sometimes I get mail around 3-4 o'clock, but if not, hopefully tomorrow morning is the first day I get that Terra. It's gonna be a heavy package, I hear, and gonna go around and take over the streets.
It's just coming from America across the border. I mean, it's not like coming from Iraq or any of these strange places that, but they could feel the power within the package. It's like, oh yeah, it's packed with kryptonite.
Oh yeah,
there's a level to the power that's being shipped there, and they don't know. Maybe they think it might be one of those Mexican aliens that might have shipped it. Right?
Oh man.
The prosperity, abundance, freedom radar that we're putting it through. Boy, all the drug scans that was clear, but there's something in that box that's offering such a level of freedom to people all over the globe, and now it's touchdown in Canada. They don't know what to do.
They don't.
We got a big community here. If that package doesn't get there, boys are going to be hell to pay. They already got a lot of FUD because of what they did to the truck drivers who were using crypto. So they better not mess with us.
No, they won't. we'll get it safe and sound, the package arriving probably tomorrow, but I'll definitely keep everyone updated. I do also want to give a shout out to Donatello Investing. If you guys aren't following him, he just dropped an amazing new Medium article covering some DeFi 101 and how to get your crypto with the on ramps with the ARK. He also talked about the Terra. So shout out to you, Donatello. Fantastic article. We shared it in the main chat. We'll share it again, but make sure you share that around the and spread the good words. So yeah, shout out to you. And anyone else that does have any, I don't think he is here today, but anyone else that does have any Medium articles, YouTube videos, shorts, anything like that, any content on the ARK, feel free to share with me, and we'll spread it around. So shout out to everyone creating the content.
Fish. Can you see my screen, sir? I did hit the matrix there for 20 seconds.
We just see the we don't see the ARK screen or the Sparky, sorry.
Well, Sparky was not set up yet, but now that we're having an interlude here, let's go ahead, put it front stage as we like to do, and I'll go ahead and reshare it. I thought I might have fallen off. Sheesh. How much is there, my friend?
Oh, we see it now. We got 885.28 ARK going to two lucky people. That other person taking home that 10% of the Spark prize, the MVP. And yeah, who's going to be? It's going to be Mr. Big. We have the winner every single day. And it's someone's time for the first time.
Let's see if Mr. Big or Coach Roberto, and as they say, size does matter. I mean, look at the size of that bag. Sheesh. Nitro boost. I think we need to get bigger needles here. I mean, come on, man. How are you going to inject this nitro into the vault? Damn. Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's get this crypto.
You're up, you'll get down. You're never running from this town. And I think you said you'll never get anything better than this. 'Cause you're going round in a circle. And everyone knows you're trouble. 'Cause you're written in a big book. And now you're giving me the look.
Let's get this crypto.
But just remember how we should. And all the things we took.
Let's get this crypto.
This time's the always running line.
Let's get this crypto.
Get up and we get down. We're always running around this town. And to think they said we never make anything better than this. 'Cause we're always in a small circle. And everyone thinks we're trouble. We didn't read it in a big book. And now we're giving you the look. Giving you the look. Just remember how we shook. And all the things we took. This time's the always running line. This time
Sheesh. Hold on, folks. We're trying to release the Sparky. What's going on here with the Sparky tonight? Can you hear me, Coach MT?
We can.
All right.
It says finalizing draw. It is thinking. It's trying to decide who is the lucky winner.
Wants more gas. Hungry for
More gas.
More gas, please.
Must be a V8 or maybe the V12.
Oh, I've had plenty of V12s, man. They are not cheap to drive. I'll tell you that.
Oh
Sheesh.
no, definitely not.
Good to look at. Keep them in the garage, covered. All right. There we go, folks. Sheesh. It is here. And of course, boy, do we love it when it's a first-time winner stepping up here, getting their first whiff, the first dose of Nitro Boost here on the Spark Rewards. Their wallet ends in 77D3, 799.34 ARK. And of course, the MVP, their wallet ends in 0899, taking 10%, 88.82 ARK. Let's give both of them a great round of applause, folks. Bullish, the place to be. And now we got Mr. Z in the house. He is back and with a vengeance. He's got charts everywhere. He's been plotting the plan to come back here and lay it all out for us. What's happening in Wall Street, the crypto streets. Is that correct, Mr. Z?
Absolutely. We're always background. Let's go. Hope everything's good though. Let's share this screen. Let's go straight into it. Let's not waste time. A few different things happened this week. And I've been keeping my eyes on the Bitcoin chart and the gold chart a little bit because we did have a bit of news on the Federal Reserve making a loss. So we'll talk about that. But before we get into that, so basically Bitcoin did tap into 27K, and I did get some DMs asking me, are we back on the bull run? And I still believe it's going to stay sideways. I still have my targets down to 23K. So nothing as much has changed over the month. I think we've kept at a range, and basically a few different crypto firms have been starting to stack up and buy these dips. But I would still advise folks to still wait to see if we tap into these lower levels. And I'll tell you why. I mean, so that's what the charts are looking at. Currently, it's sitting at about 26,776. And I went further on. It's been a while since I've sort of put you can say an outline of news together. So I asked Bard today. I said, Bard, what's the crypto news saying today? and Bard kind of repeated some stuff that I was kind of talking about, right? So it tapped into the Bitcoin punching above 27K. But also seeing it still to be a decline in investment there. So we'll see lower lows get taken out. Bard did cover into the sell-offs that have taken place on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Arbitrum, and how some agencies are looking to buy into that. So I might look into that a little bit. And it tapped into Binance, sort of plotting into South America even more. So now Binance is allowing folks in Argentina and Brazil, South Africa, to trade, leverage trade their crypto and offering options like Bitcoin and Ethereum and other things like Matic and Arbitrum. So that's pretty exciting. So that's one great thing that we can sort of talk about this week. But then my understanding right now is this a big sell-off that's happened in the Federal Reserve. So if we look at America as a corporation, and we were looking to their quarterly reports, today we can kind of emphasize on this that the Federal Reserve did lose $100 billion this year, and it's taken the debt ceiling up to 33 trillion in America. And I blame it on a vast amount. They talk about things they had to do to take interest rates down, basically bringing stability to the market. They talked about pre-COVID. And due to that, investors right now are not, we can say, actively investing in tech companies right now, or in this fact, even real estate. Even real estate and stock these days is losing value. If we look into Europe, if we look into Australia, we look into America, real estate, housing prices are a bit down. So that's where things like Bitcoin come in, and that's where investors look to have a hedge. So presently, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies may not seem like a viable hedge option, but this perspective could shift as investors realize that the U.S. government debt ceiling is essentially boundless. So it truly is boundless. I've never, I think it's historical that we've had a debt ceiling of $33 trillion. I don't think there's a company out there or a country out there that would sort of dream of having debt of 33 trillion. So there's plenty of different ways to look at it. I mean, there's one way of sort of looking at it from a national point of view and say, okay, 33 trillion is a big debt. But then you look at the S&P 500, and the S&P 500 is up 12 times its price in the last, you can say, 2 decades. So all these different people are still looking at different hedges. And here in this article, the investors believe that Bitcoin still holds as a hedge. So we'll tap into that even more. So that's one of those big things that sort of cover this market. If we look into the dollar index, it's pretty down, right? So the dollar is a bit down from previous levels, and we're seeing other markets sort of gain attraction. So Bitcoin did touch its 27K region, and other commodities have also made highs. So that's one way of looking at it. Now, the other thing that's big in the news is the investigation of Terra USD. So the FBI, the New York authorities, and a few other sort of judiciaries are basically looking into the impact BAM, which is a Binance sort of, you can say, exchange that, they're sort of looking into how much of an impact sort of Binance and other sort of firms were having in the sell-off of Terra USD. So that's another thing that's making the news right now. Now, apart from that, on a more celebrity basis, I don't know if any of you heard, but sort of Mark Cuban got done with a crypto scam this week and lost under $1 million. So he lost about 870,000. And these are those sorts of security measures we here at ARK and sort of, we keep an eye on, and that's like, if it's not your keys, it's not your wallets, there's a bunch of things. So he fell into a trap where he thought he was installing a legitimate version of MetaMask, and it turned out to be a third party. And as it installed on his browser, one of his a few wallets of his were sort of exposed. And he lost a bit of, he has, I think, multiple wallets, but this was one of his big ones. And he lost around 870,000 in crypto holdings. Most of it was Polygon and USDT, USDC, and Lido staked Ethereum. So STET and Superari. So, and then he had some Ethereum name services, some domains tokens as well. So that's what happened this week. And he's pretty, like, his comments are pretty interesting. He goes, he's still learning about security and how sort of crypto works. So he was very honest on X.com, previously Twitter, about what he was going through. So yeah, always keep security vital, and never install third-party extensions. Unless it's an upgrade to MetaMask, and MetaMask have officially sort of announced it. So be careful there. So yeah, this is the first DeFi session hopefully we have many more upcoming. But whoever's getting the Terra card, let's go. Thank you, guys.
Great to have you back. Man, I feel bad for Mr. Cuban. I mean, a lot of money for folks like us, but I think for a guy like him, it's not going to cramp his style, right? See, he could handle that loss.
Oh, sure.
And we've all learned our lessons with security in this space. You learn through the small mistakes that can be very painful. You know, I live in Spain, but you can take the S away. Sheesh. So tell us about your travels, my friend. How have you been doing? The community has been, very sad.
Well. Here's in a sort of optimistic look here. I'd say like Asia. So when you look into countries like sort of Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, or Pakistan, they're all like cryptocurrency tokens. So like if you peg the dollar against the Pakistani rupees, it's 290 Pakistani rupees. And if you look at it from sort of Bangladesh point of view and stuff, it feels like a cryptocurrency. And a lot of people here are in fact putting their money into stable coins here. There's a big stable coin scene here. And I've did a few sort of university lectures. I'm sure you know about Gohar. And so he's hooked me up on a lot of things. And the population here, where I am right now, is the majority of the population is, I think, 300 million people are under the age of 35. So a lot of people are optimistic and learning. It's pretty cool.
300 million?
Yeah.
Under 35?
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
That's crazy. I mean, I think Poland was a country that had a lot of folks under 35, but they're nowhere near 300 million. I know they got a young population and they've got a bright future ahead. They got people that can actually work and build things and provide services, where a lot of other populations in other countries, they're in a big problem, in particular China, Europe, stop having children. So they're in for some pain. Like I said, Spain without the S, they're in for some pain. But that's amazing. 300 million to 35. So man, they got FOMO in their veins.
Yes, they're very optimistic. I meet a lot of young folks every day, and they ask me what to look into and what my opinions are on things like Polygon, Layer 2, and technologies that they want to run on. There's a huge Solana crowd here. There's an AVAX crowd as well here, and so I attended a few of these sort of conferences and had some late nights. Like you meet a few young lads from a uni, and then it turns out to be a dinner till 4 a.m. in the morning, just talking crypto and trading and being optimistic. I think I spoke to a few like real senior people that actually worked in Wall Street here that sort of settled here, and their views are like this is like the early tech boom. So imagine when Amazon, Facebook, and Google sort of like lifted off in post recession about 2010, 11. That's how sort of they view Bitcoin, but their views are that Wall Street wants a cheaper price. And I feel the same. I think Bitcoin will go down to 22K before it streams back up, or maybe lesser than that, because that's what happened with the early tech 2.0 companies. Right.
Hey Atlas, they might have FOMO in their veins, but they got woke in their brains.
Buddy,
love it.
A good one. I'm with you, brother. 22 and below. I call base boards. I'm saying base boards, and not just crypto. I'm talking across the board. All across the board, my friends. The heinous debacle has not played out yet. We're just getting warmer and warmer. But the big flush is just around the corner. And be careful. I mean, and be careful shorting too. Last week we had that little mini pump there. 600 million got liquidated. Everybody and their mother was shorting Bitcoin. I mean, every YouTuber, we're going down. No, you're not. Not until you get liquidated first. We've seen it time
I got
and
an
time
opinion on that.
again.
I got an opinion on that. So basically,
Yes,
a friend of mine was short in Bitcoin at 25K, and I warned him. I said, "Do not do that. This thing is volatile." And then he calls me yesterday and says he got liquidated at 27K, so he lost his account. This is the danger of trying to, play these big moves.
Well, that's why you got to look at the books. You got to look at where liquidity is. You got to understand who's short, who's long. Look at those open orders, and then be able to see that volume, right? That's coming in, where they're sitting, and generally when too many folks are on one side, they're gonna get sent to outer space. All that weight, all that equilibrium. I mean, that's just too lucrative. It is too tempting for Mr. Market Maker to sit there and say, wait, hold on a second. We've got a money-making opportunity right here where the sentiment, the narrative, and the money is parked, trying to seize the day because we've been dumping for the past week and a half or so. And now they're convinced, my friend, you're too late to the party. Be careful. Don't get wrecked. But anyway, as we've said, just stay out. Keep the dry powder for those great opportunities. Keep the dry powder for ARK Light, folks. Keep the dry powder. Get your Terra card. So when we do get those gains in, you're going to be able to go to the ATM, cash out, spend online. Go on that vacation you've always been dreaming about. Let's get this crypto, folks. That's going to bring us to the end of today's fantastic podcast. Thank you, Coach Roberto, for the breath. Great music. Shout out to Xavier Rudd. Let's go. Taking us through the breath. Mr. Z for the DeFi session. Coach Mistletoe for, being the co-pilot, getting us up here to this fantastic 30,000 feet. I mean, when we have this bird's eye view of the world, everything that's happening in crypto, everything that's happening here on the ARK, what's to come as the rivers are flowing, my friends. A lot of opportunity here ahead of us. We're going to be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. UTC. Make sure you're here. Enjoy the rest of your fantastic Monday or your manic Monday, whichever way it's going for you. And don't forget to enjoy your ride on this fantastic spaceship we call planet Earth. See you all tomorrow.